you? How's it going? Look, I'm wearing my shirt like for the third day in a row. How are you feeling? I was trying to put stickers in the shop just so that if somebody wants to record or have a recording of the show, they'll have it. And also to have something to pin. Okay. Because of course we're running 90 miles an hour. Yes, I love this shirt so much. And I was like, okay, I've got to change it. But it's not like I'm out doing heavy equipment or anything like that today. Let's do the brat call out. It is so comfy. I love it. Hello, Lindsay. Welcome in. Okay. Doing the brat call out. And then we are going to pin an item. Can I pin it? I cannot pin it because it is... I can't pin it because it's in the buy it now. So, okay. How's everybody? I can't see. My contacts are fuzzy. But we're going to unmold a jar that I created earlier. I think it was late last week, actually. It's kind of a creepy jar. We have a show coming up called Body Parts with the Sexy Moose. And she's amazing. And her trains are so much fun. I saw that Crayon Eaters. I saw that you, yeah. Oh, while something's currently running, I might be able to do one then. Let me try that. Let me try it now. Yeah, there we go. That's what it was. You were right. Ta-da! Okay, close down. Okay, there we are. Ta-da! We have those pinned just so that we can help the algorithm of our whatnot. I'm not wearing any makeup today, guys, because I frankly didn't have time. I saw you were a Barbara. I hated that I missed that, but I made a steadfast, guaranteed promise, not only to myself, but to my family, that I would not do anything on Whatnot on Mother's Day. So I didn't check anything. I didn't do any work. I didn't do any Discord. I turned off all my messages. I didn't answer my phone. And I was just a daughter to my wonderful mom yesterday. And I was just a mom to my wonderful daughter. And Brian and I got to hang out. So it was a blessing. And I highly recommend that you all do that at least once a week. So so Brian and I did it on their very first one. And it was we did Bubba's Bargain Barn. Oh my gosh. It's still to this day one of my absolute favorite shows that we've ever done. We were so funny. I mean, and I'm not sitting here bragging saying, oh my God, we were so funny, but we had so much fun. And we were laughing. Everybody else was laughing. It was just great. It was great. So I have not done it since because it always falls, unfortunately, on something like it was Mother's Day this time. So I couldn't do it. Ow! And then also, like, I think last time it falls on a Saturday a lot. And I try my best not to do a lot of shows on Saturdays because my family needs me. So, hey, Barbara, you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. So we're going to unmold a creepy jar. I'm going to try and tag. I wanted to do this so bad last night. Oh, I don't know his name. No, they're posted in one of the chats. And one of the gotchas. Yeah. Sexy's gotcha. Yeah, in the Discord. So we poured live, I think it was Friday, and we being me was so messy. I mean, I'm I'm still cleaning up the mess. And then Brian and I poured last night, and we poured a whole bunch of resin crete stuff. I think he poured like 4 and I poured like 3 or 4. We made another mess. So the art room and the table are a disaster, but let me put it down on the table so you guys can see what I'm doing. Here's the lid. I did go ahead and work on getting the body on the baby. And I've lost the freaking arms and hands, which I'm kind of pissed about because they were already painted and already done. I don't know where they went. So I have to try and find those to actually finish this project. But I've been waiting so long to open this. All right, are you ready? Let's see. I can't see what anybody's saying. Yeah, this one's super creepy. This one, I don't know. I'm hoping, see this darkness? This is supposed to be like a fog. I'm hoping that I didn't do it too dark. That's going to be my biggest concern right now. No, it doesn't look like it's going to be too dark. I'm going to try not to cut myself because I have cut myself on this mold before. Because this edge right here is sharp. Sharp! It's a Sharpie! And yes, this kills my hands. I haven't eaten anything yet today, and I haven't taken my meds, so I'm like, ugh. All my sand landed at the top, which that's okay. All right. Mold is perfect, spotless, can be used again real soon without any cleanup. Maybe some on the outside. And here is our little bowl. So we've got little floating bones everywhere. It turned out pretty good. Pretty good. Look at this little foot right here. Ah! Is he a step ahead of the rest? You're gonna forever be Barbara. You know that, right? So this is a creepy piece. We wanted to do all sand on this side, which turned out really good. And then we've got that creepy, foggy look on this one as well. Hello, custom. Welcome in. So there we go. Back to my creepy creepies that I love to create. You know, it's a gimmick, and you know what? I'm naked. Ugh. I just realized that. Oh no! Oh no! And I'm downstairs. Nobody caught it. Nobody caught it. That's okay. I caught it. I caught it. I'm gonna catch the flu. All of this crazy rain and crap that's going on in Tennessee right now. What's the weather like everywhere else? I know Crayon Eaters is getting rain too. I guarantee you she's getting some rain. Kaylin and I were closer to you just a few minutes ago than we are now. We had to go uptown today. And so we were kind of in your neck of the woods. Okay, this tells me I need to keep one of my things down here. But that's okay. I'm very floral. Hello, my name is Floral. Woo, that's a big flower. That's supposed to be behind my ear. Let's see. There I go. I know it. See, you got some rain Saturday. It's been beautiful weather. Yesterday was so pretty. Yeah, we sat out on the porch at my mom's house and we had dinner. It was amazing. It was amazing. So this is what it looks like all together. And the idea is I'm going to take this guy and bury him in sand on the top. So I'm going to build up resin and sand. He's also going to have dripping, kind of like toxic goo. It's not going to be blood because it's bones. He's already pretty much past bleeding, right? So I'm going to do some like dark and gross, disgusting, like slimy stuff, and then have a little bit of a glow in the dark element on it. So that will be super cool also. And then if I can find the hands and the feet, no idea where they went. Like seriously, nobody was in here but me and Brian. I don't know. And I'm going to have a couple of hands and bones sticking up in this as well. He still has flesh on his head. He does. He does. And maybe I'll do a little drip of blood. But I really like this slimy look that he's got going on right here. And it drips down into his back area. I've got to get it painted and filled in. But yeah. So that is going to be the creepy piece. That is going to be the creepy piece. So I don't think it's worth you guys watching me create with just sand and making the head stick on here. And also, I have Airbnbers. Let me see when they're coming in. It's going to look super cool. I'm excited about it. Um, okay, actually, guys, I just got a message from the Airbnbers, and they are not supposed to be here until 8 o'clock. So I could go ahead and do some resin and some building up of this sandy, creepy guy. If I could, I'm just upset I can't find his hands. That's kind of a key part of it. I don't understand why every time I go to create, I lose something like that. Oh God, envy. Envy. What am I going to do with you? What am I going to do with you? I'm going to look on the floor real quick. I don't know. We looked last night. It's probably in the abyss. I have no idea. It's not in the chuck it buckets. That's kind of like a big deal to have those hands. I hate losing stuff. I did find the castle mold, but now we've lost our one of our zombie molds, which Brian wanted to pour and we couldn't find it. So yeah, the hands and the foot that I saved and the leg, they're gone. They're not on this table. And Brian looked last night too, so no idea where they went. Are they in with this knife? Maybe. They are not. So, what is everybody doing today? I've been so out of touch for 24 hours. I haven't checked shows. I haven't seen if I did get a message from Whatnot saying that they saw my thing and they dealt with it and then they closed it. So I went in immediately to see if they'd gotten rid of the bots that are in our section. And I think there's just one of the bots that are still there. So hopefully I saw that a couple of other people also turned it in. So hopefully they'll get the other ones. So if you guys want to go in and report them as inactive chats, they can try and get them pulled. We can get rid of those bots. See, finding raid pieces for tomorrow. Yeah, I need to do that too. my days, I have to get the Airbnb ready. I've been up since Saturday at noon. I haven't slept. And look at my eyes. Look how weird they are. Do you see this pupil thing going on? I think my new medication works a little too good. And I have a little bit too much energy and now I can't sleep at all. I have not slept in a day. So, I have to clean the Airbnb. I have 2 wolf pieces to finish. I am working on a baddie. Everybody's pieces have gone out. They're in the mail. I'm so excited for you guys to get to see your stuff. Let me just say now, Crafty and Simplify, don't judge the styrofoam, okay? Yeah. Don't judge the styrofoam on your box because I did whatever I could to make sure that it got safely to you, but your piece should be just fine. Ben, we may be putting this guy on this creepy jar. My name is Floral because I forgot to bring a headband down. Yeah, look it. It's full of bones. There's a foot. Something is a foot. It is a jar. The foot is a jar. I wish these two wouldn't have landed on top of each other, but hello. Oh, hello. Can I get a hand? How about a pelvis? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Elvis the pelvis is in the jar. He's not in the house, he's in the jar. So, yeah, we're going to exactly. See, you and I, we're like brothers from other mothers, right? I'm a sister from another mister. So I'm going to cut these arms down a little bit too, I think, so that I don't have so much to bury down. Uh-huh. So we're just going to do a little snippy. We're going to go above the, that just shot across the room. We're going to go above the rib cage on this so that, they literally shot across the room so that we only have to bury the baby and not have to worry about his arms. Fosted, don't judge me. This is a creepy piece for a raid train. It's not the beautiful pieces that you do, but this one is a creepy one. So let's go ahead and do it. They're not going to be here till 8. I've got a little bit of time. Who needs a nap? I can sleep when I'm dead. Okay, let's get some gloves on. Because that's what we do. We wear the gloves. We drop the gloves. We make a mess with the gloves. All of the things. I just really wanted a hand sticking out of this piece. So I may have to actually cut up another skeleton. Because I can't find the bones. I just don't understand where they could have gone. I'm gonna grab another skeleton because we need some hands, guys. We need some hands. We need a hand. Okay. Can somebody hand me a skeleton? We just need one. We're going to lop off a hand off of this skeleton. And I'm not going to worry about painting it right now because we're only going to paint and worry about what is above, like what's above the dirt. Always saving paint. That's what just happened. Yeah. I pulled out one glove and the whole thing came out of there. So, these drawers are great for gloves though. Except these gloves are way too big for me. I only got one. I'm going to from the king of rock and roll to the king of pop and only using one glove. Okay. All right, let's mix up some resin. We have the bones that I wanted. I don't want to do a foot and a hand because that's just so obvious, right? Do we want to stick some moss in this dirt too? Like a little bit of tiny chunks of moss, and we can color them darker too. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So we're gonna get a little bit of moss for our we're gonna get some moss for our mess too. Now hopefully I won't lose these bones. Putting them where they're safe, which for me in this room is never anywhere. All right. So, Bent, I saw you have a show tonight. Crafty, do you have a show today? Hello, welcome in. At 6 p.m. Okay, cool. Cool. I'll try and catch it while I'm cooking dinner and wolfing down food before the wolf show. I am again not going to pull this. I'm not going to pull this resin out. We are using J Diction for those of you who want to know. It is the high gloss epoxy resin. It is a 1-to-1. So this is A. I usually pour it first so that I don't forget what I'm doing. And I'm going to have to at least pull this part out. I can't see the 1 and 2. Okay. We're good. We're good. We have about 25 mLs above the line. 1 p.m. isn't working. Yeah. I have found 11. 11 is really good, at least for the resale stuff that I've done. So I'm trying to do my day shows around 11. Today I'm very glad that I moved it back to 11:30 because we barely made it back here by 11:15 from the errand we had to run. And I haven't eaten anything. I haven't taken my meds. I'm kind of a mess right now. But I don't cancel or move my shows, right? So I'm going to, at least the month of May, we've done A and B now, equal parts, and we're just going to mix this now for 5 minutes. It is 11:56. I'm mathing. 4 minutes is up to the hour. So 12:02. My resale shows go really, really well at 11. But this month, my goal is to do 2-a-days, at least 2 days a week. And I did that last week, but I'm not saving them until Friday because I had to do 2 shows on Friday. And normally I don't do any shows on Friday. Friday is a shipping day. And therefore I was doing shipping last night up till 4 o'clock in the morning. for my Thursday show. So that was a long, long night. Um, so today I'm gonna do two shows, and then maybe on Wednesday. Oh, I do have two shows on Wednesday. Mornings are awful. Mornings are so hard. I mean, they are so hard. Um, yeah. I don't morning well. I don't math and I don't morning well. It's just a thing for me. Because I don't sleep. Like I'm not a nighttime sleeper. I'm a early morning is my best time to sleep. So it's really hard to get up and be fuzzy headed because that's who I am at that hour. Yeah. Right? Sleep, what's that? Yep. Yep. How old are, if you don't mind me asking, how old are your, I know you got a relatively newborn. You have an itty bitty, right? Guys, I just poured 200 mLs. Oh my gosh. That is all in diapers. Girl. Oh, listen, I had one and I realized that shit hurt. I was done. I was done. I'm like, never again. I saw what it did to my body. I'm like, you're in diapers right now. Did you find that Barbara likes to wear the diapers? Like, why go to the bathroom when you can just pee in your Depends? That's what happens. You do one old show and then you're hooked. I just did 200 mLs of resin, guys, and I do not need anything near that. Nowhere near that amount. I mean, it's crazy. I saw the gas X. That was hilarious. Okay, so what else do I need to pour? Oh, I need to pour this castle. I'll pour a castle. I'll pour a castle because I found my mold. I found it. I'm excited about that. Now we just have to find, it's our little voodoo doll that's missing. I'm sad. I only had the two and now they're both gone. I sold them both. Hi, Leanne. Welcome in. Yeah. Well, I started my career off on nights. And so I'm definitely, I think it's 2% of the population. I think it's probably more now. If they were to poll people, I think there's a lot of the generation after my daughter's generation that would prefer to work nights. So I think like this is my ideal work schedule. I would like to roll in around 11, have a lunch break at 1 for 2 hours, and then be off by 4. So I'm working on a creepy jar. We've got bones in the jar. And no weekends. Absolutely no weekends. And we're going to use this as the holder for the jar. Because, you can't be pretty. We have a show coming up that's all about body parts. So I needed to create something. And I usually don't create my pieces online. You guys know that. But I did a create with me for my second show. Because I'm trying to do 2-a-days. And so I did a create with me. And I was like, I don't really need to create anything except that show. So I'm going to have to do something with it anyway. But my resin people are different than my sexy moose people. I mean, I know we cross over a little bit too, but so they won't, most of them will not have seen this. We just have 1 more minute and we're good. And I'm stirring this like it's going out of style, so I have bubbles everywhere. But it doesn't matter because we're adding sand to them, which will be bubbly anyway. It'll be bubbly anyway. We're using an old cup so we can toss it when we're done. And we are not wearing a gown. I mean, an apron. We're not wearing a gown either. I usually do create in my pajamas in here, guys. Every pair of pajamas that I own has resin on them. Every pair. Raise your hand if that's you. I am wearing a comfy shirt. And if I get resin on it, I'm going to scream bloody murder. You guys are going to hear what the jar would sound like. So, because of that, I'm going to go put one on. Okay. We're feeling a little cocky. We're feeling cocky. Woot, woot. Feeling a little cocky. Why? Because? Well, hello there, Miss Purple. How are you? My little Tanya. We're having trouble keeping this big ass flower in our hair. Right? Who doesn't? Hello. It's my version of the Richards. Crafty's, she's being quiet. She's being quiet. Got some sand in. This is that darker colored sand because we didn't want beach sand. We wanted like real dirt chunks and dirt clods and dirty. We liked it dirty. We wanted it dirty. And I poured way too much darn resin for this little project today. But it's okay. Watch this sand start to bubble. Bubble boil toilet trouble. I'm working on a creepy bottle. Can you tell me the difference? I don't know what UV glue is. Hello. Yeah, I don't work with UV as much as everybody else. I use it mainly for just a topping. So I don't really create with it. I think it's that epoxy that you get at this is what I'm thinking. Is it the epoxy that you get at Lowe's where you have to squirt it out on the table and mix it up and it becomes cement? Yeah, I don't think so. Hello, Calico. Happy belated Mother's Day to all of my mommies out there too. Let's do this. We're going to actually flip over. This is a no-go. Look at how squished this is. I have no earthly idea why it's squished, but we're going to flip it over and we're going to use it as a little platform for this. And I had a great day. I had such a fun time with my mom and my daughter and Brian. We went and ate Mexican food on Saturday and may or may not have had a margarita. And then we had wings yesterday. We went to a big expo, like flea market. Hello, baby Huey, welcome in. And then we had a bunch of wings for dinner. So, and then of course, because I was up all night, I was starving again by like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And I came in and I saw a Kaylin there. May or may not have had a margarita. May or may not. It might have been a strawberry. Might have. All right, I'm going to put you down on the table so you guys can see what I'm doing. I will not be able to answer chat because my fingers will be sticky because these gloves are too big and I can't work with them. But we're just going to put down a pretty good base of sand. And this is probably going to be a 3 or 4 day project, but I'm just going to get the gist of it started. And then you guys can see the final piece on, I think it's the 18th is this show. I think it's the 18th, to be honest. You know what I didn't think of is how I was going to get him to sit up. Oh, he's going to sit all on his own now that we took off his feet. I mean, he had little arm thingies. Okay, we know how that's going to work. I'm going to pull him off to the side because I want to dirty this up. I want to make this look. Oh, let's not do resin in there, Rochelle. Durr. And Brian has the trash can. Clear out of my way where I can't get to it. Brian Weasley. Oh, Brian Weasley. Oh, I'm glad this isn't a jar we're feeling passionate about. Yes, this is messy. It's supposed to be messy. But it shouldn't be on the table. Pay no attention to the resin on the table. I can't answer questions or see comments about how messy I'm being, but there are a whole bunch of very, very multi-talented, more talented than I resin artists in the chat that can probably answer these questions. And I needed to stop probably 6 scoops ago of resin. But do I ever listen to myself? I do not. I do not ever listen to myself. But look, there's just so little left. I just went with it. Can you even see? I don't know why I'm talking and asking questions because I can't see the chat. Okay, so this is not like a beach scene or whatever. So I really don't want, like, I don't care about sand being on the top of this one and it being gritty. I probably maybe used a little bit too much resin on the mix. Also don't care if it drips down the sides. But I am going to add a little bit of grit to the top of this one. All right. We're going to stick him on here. Bury him in there. Hopefully you guys can see. And I'm going to actually build up. You know what? I'm not going to build up anymore. I'm going to let that go. And then I'm going to do the rest in UV resin later. Like I said, this is going to be probably easily a 3 or 4 day project. So what we do want to do is we do want to bury our little hands. One right there. I want it to stick up, so it is not at this moment. I am open to ideas here. Although I just had one that might work. I'm going to stick a toothpick under it, and then I can cut the toothpick. And I can paint the toothpick to match the landscaping. I should have actually stuck this little hand on some sort of suspension. Or stick it on there with UV and cover it later. It is not It is not where I want it, but it is sticking up. You know, I'd be okay if it were. Come on, little hand. Give me a hand. Help me out here. Woo, almost got it on my lap. Okay, I'm happy with where it's placed right now. I'm happy with the team, guys. I will bring the phone closer to you all. I will bring that in. I'm going to pick up some more of this grass and just stick it in there. Now that I have a sticky little toothpick. So it doesn't look uniform. And we're also going to have some toxic sludge in this too that we'll create with UV resin. Okay. All right. We got to throw this cup away because it's sand and that just ruins a cup. But we can wipe this off and reuse it. Okay. I'm going to take these off. That's why Create With Me's can be expensive, because you go through gloves because you have to touch the phone. Oh my gosh. And I instantly touched something with resin on it. Let me show you guys the little hand. I'm probably going to have to come back in an hour or two and pull the hand up and see if I can get it to stand up, because I do not like where it's at right now. So let me bring you in for a close-up on this one. Okay, we're spinning. There we go. So look at that hand just hanging out there like nothing. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. But I cannot get it to stick because this is not UV resin. So look at it's going. Ah! I might be okay with that. Take it out and use UV after it cures. Yeah. I might be too stubborn for that. I think I'm going to have to, though. Dad nabbit. And I've wasted another hand because now I can't paint on it. Because it's covered in resin, and the resin will dry and it'll be slick. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bury this one, and I will put another, another hand in here. I'm going to kind of bury this one a little bit. Oops, sorry guys. I'm going to kind of bury this one a little bit, and I will put another hand in also. I think that's what I want to do to fix that. I didn't think about suspending it, which of course I needed to do, right? Yeah, I can do it covered in goo. Yeah. That is too much work, girl. I'm just going to have that one just like barely there. And then I'll put goo on it. I'm okay with that. So, creepy, creepy. For those of you who missed the jar, this is the jar. It's created with that foggy look from Bria Breeze fog color, which I love. Bunch of bones. Oh, focus, focus. He's got a leg up above his pelvis. And of course, the sand came to the top, which I knew that was going to happen. I'm fine with that. We still have some down in the bottom. There's still some pieces floating in throughout here. And then I wanted this sand to kind of mesh with this sand. So I wanted that effect. So I didn't put any glue or do anything like that to it. So, all right. That guy is just going to cure for a day. Because I'm not putting that in the curing machine. I just don't want to. It's just a mess. So we're going to push him over here. And we're actually going to pour our little castle. So it's already got some mica powder in it from the last castle I poured. So let's do something dark. Let me put this back on the holder. Oh, that's my ceiling. What color are we feeling for this castle with glow in the dark windows? I'm thinking of doing like a little princess castle, but I want to do the glow in the dark windows. So I kind of want a darker color. No sound? How about now? Better. Okay. Yeah, this stupid holder also it has a tendency to cover up the microphone. Okay, what color do we want to do this castle in? I want it to be glow in the dark windows. So I need a darker color. So I'm open to suggestions. Purple and green. Purple with green windows. Yeah, the windows will definitely be glow in the dark green. Dark gray. I haven't done a dark gray anything in a while. The windows will be green for sure though, because I'm doing green glow in the dark. Kind of a yellowish green. Oh, it says yellow. I can do the green. Okay, guys, give me a 1 for purple and green, 2 for dark gray. And 1 for the Dr. Pepper. I'm just kidding. Simplify. So we got 1, 1, and that was not an option. Dark grayish green. Oh, green is a hard color to like really blurple. I did a blurple butterfly for you. Say that 20 times fast. I know. Simplify is always going to be the little drama king in there. He's going to add that drama. All right, so I need to get this resin in a smaller cup before I lose it. So before I do that, I'm going to go with green alcohol ink. I'm going to go with a little bit of black mica and a little bit of white mica, cotton white, and Neol. Maybe I need to go a little bit lighter. I'm going to go a little bit lighter on the black. A little bit lighter on the black. This one says charcoal. I think it's a little bit lighter than the other one though. All right. Because I don't like, I've had these forever. Whoops. Yeah, these forever. Because I would rather put the mica powder in the resin, but I also don't like to get my jars and stuff sticky. So I do it the other way around just because of not getting it sticky. Maybe a dark grayish purple. That would probably be easier than doing the green and then do the green windows, because we're already doing green windows. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds better to me. That sounds easier too. And we're going to go with this purple. And we're also going to go in with a chameleon violet. We're going to add a touch of chameleon violet. All right. Okay. I'm going to put you guys back down on the table while I mix. That way you won't see that I don't know how to put on gloves. I hate these gloves. I hate them. I need to just give this to Brian's side and go get me some that fit my tiny little fingers. I have super skinny fingers that don't match my fat body. Okay, here we go. I'm going to also try and peek and see if I can get you guys more on the table. I hate how messy this is right now. I'm really literally going insane, guys, but I had no time to clean between that errand and the going live. Zero time, but I normally would have had 2 papers here, thrown one away while switching to a different project. And Brian has a trash can way over here. I'm going to get it. Okay. All right. Here we go. I think we're going to need a bigger one of these. We're going to need a bigger boat. I don't see a bigger boat. We're going to have to use a new one. We're going to use a new cup. Nah, we're going to do a little bit more. You know what, we're just going to do it all. This is going to be a pretty color. We can pour some extra pieces. I have stuff off to the side here that I always keep extra molds. We're just going to do it all, this new concoction of specialty colors. This Chat and Brat original color that we're going to do here. Chat and Brat original. I need to seriously start replacing. I do this every now and then. I'll just go through and just get new cups and get new popsicle sticks. And I think we are at about that time where we need to do that. And I did not put my freaking colors in the cup. I am a moron. So we're going to take our glove off yet again because we're a dork. And we're going to add our colors to our resin, which is the right way to do it anyway. But I'm not getting resin on these if I can help it. I also don't have a ton more working time with this resin, so we're just going to get her done. We're going to get her done. My favorite spoon in the whole wide world, because it has a side that works for both the skinny bottles and the fat bottles. Woo! We don't want to go super heavy on the black. We're going to create our gray first, and then we're going to add our purples. Gray first and then purples. Calco, do you have any shows today? And Leanne, if you guys have shows, please share them with the chat today. And if you guys are not following each other, please do that, because you guys are all amazing. Okay, back on with the gloves. We have turned a 10-minute show into 45 minutes because we don't usually create like this. It's harder to literally create and talk, and it is definitely harder. I forgot to try the alcohol thing again, but this is getting hot. This is already getting warm, so I want to get a wiggle on it. Wiggle it just a little bit. That is a pretty gray. Very pretty gray. I'll lock it. I'll lock it. It's almost a silver. Gray is another one of those kind of hard colors to create. All right, in with our purple. In with the purple. Do we want a little swirl of that rather than mixing it all in? That is pretty. I answered my own question because I can't see you guys anyway. This thing bubbles like a mofo. So we're gonna get some of that alcohol in those crevices. Okay. I like the way that this is marbling. I am going to pour a little slow because I didn't mix that purple in well enough to not have clumps. So I'm going to try and catch those before they go in. Like that one right there. Oh, I hope these colors don't move because they're so pretty. They're going to. They'll pull into the middle and we may or may not get that marble effect with mica. I know it looked like I was going to overflow it there. This is why I sell these castles so high, guys, because this is a lot of resin. That's a lot of resin. And I don't want to have to fill in this one or scrape down or sand or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure she's filled up. That looks good to me. Hopefully those colors stay. That is definitely a grayish purple. I love it. What do we have over here? We can do, we have a trash panda that has resin-crete in it. I feel like my castle is probably off screen now. Just know I'm giving it a squirt of alcohol. Not much because I don't want those colors to move very much. But I'm going to do a purple trash panda. A purpley. What is this? Gray and purple? I'm giving it a grouple. I don't really know if that really helps to get rid of bubbles, but I do it anyway. You know what? I have the perfect mold for this too that I have not used yet. And I need to. I know where it is. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Because these kind of look like amethyst. I am going to pour these little wolfie earrings that I haven't poured yet. Well, no, that's not true. I have poured them. I haven't showed them online. I just unmolded them so that I could pour these. So I might put these little ones in the castle in the curing machine so that we'll have these for tonight. For the Wolfie support item. A little Wolfie support. Boy, that was a lot of alcohol. So I'm not used to pouring tiny little molds like this, and I have already learned on the few of the little ones that I have not to just pour. I have also learned that those little rings on these little ones are super tight. So I kind of overflow them a little bit. I can always sand them down later. It's better than having holes. Ah! How dare you? How dare you jump out at me? I forbid you, little spot. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's do we've got Tom and Jerry, Snoopy. We don't want to do those in purple. Let's do this one. This one says, bless your delusional heart. Bless your delusional heart. That's me. I live in the delusional world. I am going to, my gloves are actually pretty clean. I'm going to go ahead and tap in a little bit more purple. Going in with just a slight bit more purple. Just a little bit of purple. create a little bit more of that purpley look. And I think I'm still going to have to do another mold. Dangerously close to the edge. This is how sometimes I get resin on my shoes. Danger, danger, Will Roberts. Oh, I think it's Will Robertson. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. Let's see. What else do we have over here? What else do we have? We have the eyeball, but we did one of those and we haven't shown it yet, so we don't want to do that one. If I had room on the table, I could do little amethyst wolfies. These little wolfies, once they're down, you cannot move them because this is a thin little crazy mold. But I don't have enough to do like the bottom ones, so I'll get for sure the two top howling ones. For sure them. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not answering questions or seeing how much you hate how messy I am. I know. It's a curse. Oh, God. Let's not drip everywhere. Let's not drip everywhere. I don't know why I just bothered with that. I cut those off anyway. I'm getting Discord messages. People are yucking in the chat. Oh, this one in the middle is my favorite of this mold. It is super, super easy to miss the feet on this one. Super easy. Oh no. I guess since we started dripping into this one, we might as well pour it. This is the extreme howling wolf. It's howling for its stinking life, man. I think we might have this whole mold by the time we get rid of this purple. Having extra wolves is never a bad thing. Ah. I'm concentrating. Oh my gosh, I have so much resin left, guys. Try not to stick my hand in the trash panda over here. Sorry guys. I know I'm so quiet. You're like, this is actually really nice for a BBA show to not have her jibber jabber. Okay, I don't want to pour any more of that particular color of those, so I'm going to find another mold over here. I have the holographic dominoes sitting over here, which I'm dying, literally dying to use. I'm literally going bonkers. These are new to me. So I'm going to use these for Wolfie support items. So I think I can maybe get one or two of these. Now I have to go with different colored wolves, of course. Or these are actually big enough they could almost hold a baddie too. They might be able to hold a garden goddess. Depends on the size of the piece. Ah! What the heck? What the heck? Okay, I think I have enough for one more. One more of those. Let's do a little bit of a smaller one. These I bought. These are first time use. Because our resin is definitely getting hot now. You see how slow it's pouring? It's like, oh no you didn't. It's like, no ma'am. We're past our time. We're ready to get down to business and start the curing. Which is definitely the case with this resin. All right, I think that's about all we're going to get out of here. Well, I lied. One more scoop. Which is probably just about what we needed. I am happy with that. Okay, we're going to put these off to the side to dry. Because we reuse till we just get sick of that cup or that whatever it is. Spoon, cup, whatever. All right. Taking off my gloves again. Gonna give everything, ugh, shouldn't have touched this alcohol bottle. Give everything a tiny squirt. And bring you guys back up on the table. Jibber jabber. Working. Those worky people. No, messy is so not. I hate messy things. I did. I commented in a text message to you, and then I actually put hearts on all of the Wolfie things. I want to pour one really bad um for the Wolf program. I really, really, really want to pour one. Okay. We have a couple of drips on the little creepy con guy. We're okay with drips. They're going to look probably pretty cool. Okay, final cleaning of the hands, and then I can type back. Did I miss anything in the chat? Do I need to go up, or were we being all quiet? So I did learn, I don't know who told me, I think it might have been Euphoria's Emporium, that said that if you do get resin on your hands, which these black gloves, I don't know if it's because they're too big. I don't know what. Yeah, it is starting to cure. I don't know what I was saying now. Oh, she said that if you get those gloves leak. They give me like a little sticky residue. I hate them. So I'm going to get rid of them soon. But she said if you just take cooking oil, like not cooking oil, but like the Pam spray, and you spray your hands and you wash your hands with that stuff, which by the way makes your hands very soft and buttery. Just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that after you know there's resin on them. But it works. It absolutely works. It gets rid of the sticky and gets it off of your hands. So that was a good find. I was very happy with that because I inevitably get some sticky on me. Okay, let's get another one of these little guys. I'm not going to use the same one because that's how I've gotten sticky both times. And yeah, I think he's going to stay up. And we might stick the other leg in. Except we don't know what we did with the other leg. I found it. They do in a pinch, but yeah. Yes and no. I'm just going to lay the foot bone on top, and I'm going to do a little, I don't want that one to actually stick up because it's too tall. Too tall. My hand fell down. Try the butter. It works. Like I said, you get very, you also get very silky hands. I just wanted to make sure I didn't, because I touched this so many times. And you all saw this is the jar it's going on. This is my favorite piece, obviously. I kind of do like the foot and the hand in there as well. They look really cool on the inside too. So this is for a raid train that I'm doing on, I think the 18th. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm super sleepy. It is 1 o'clock. I have 8 hours until the renters come in. The Airbnb is mostly done. We did it last night, but I do still have to mop the floors. And I always just do like a little refresher and spray, you know, some smelly good stuff and junk. So I'm going to do that probably closer to like 5 or 6. So it's like, I like the room to smell like it was just mopped. This is a giant flower. It could do the show for me. Um, so I'm going to do that closer to that time. I think I'm going to go and take a nap. I don't have to be anywhere until 3 o'clock. And all my shipping is done. Yay. I do need to paint my wolves for tonight. I do have a memorial piece I'm working on, but I think it's also imperative that I get some rest. Hey, Lumi, because I have now been up a straight 25 hours. And look at my pupils. They're not my usual pupils. They're so weird. Yeah, I woke up well, I didn't wake up. I looked at them this morning when I went in to wash my face and stuff, and I was like, what is going on with my pupils? They're just like a weird size for me. I don't know. But yeah, I think a nap is in store. And I do have already 6 or 7 pieces to unmold tonight for Mini Monday. We will have wolves. And if I get the memorial piece done, I will have it tonight. It's already hand painted. That's the hardest part of it. It is hand painted and ready to go. So I feel pretty confident that I'll have it ready. But if I also need to ask the person that it's for if they want it read online, because they are very private. They're very personal pieces. So I never want to read them online if they don't want them to be read online. Everyday Art, welcome in. We did some pouring. And now I'm going to do some snoring. Did I say hi to Lumi? Lumi, did I say hi to you? Because I saw you and my heart jumped and I was happy. But I don't know if I said hello because I'm fritzing out. I'm fritzing. All right, guys. Who do we have on that I can raid into? Do we have any of our peeps on? I can't go look. Everyday Art, please let everybody know when you are on again. My phone is also going downhill fast. Do we have anyone we can raid? Let me see if there's any of my other non-resin friends on. Although, I like to raid into resin. Oh, Clappin' Turtles is on. And she is a brand new resin artist. So let's go in and bless her chat. Let's obviously put some, oh, Riri, we're just raiding out because I am sleepy and I need a nap. I need a nappy and I haven't eaten yet. I'm hungry. So I'm going to raid out to Clappin' Turtles, who is one of our very, very new resonators. And when you go in, just put some turtles in the chat and tell her, hey, I'm going to tap the screen and then I'll stay on until I fall asleep. So I will see you guys tonight at 8:30 if you're not doing anything else. Crafty, I'll try and catch your show at 6. Crayon Eaters, are you having a show today? I don't know. You should be resting though. But yeah, I'll check in and see where everybody's at 3. Okay. At 3, I'm taking my mom to the dentist, but you're on late. Are you on the late show? I will probably, if I nap now, I'll probably still be up. You guys know, by the way, unless I'm on a raid train, please share your shows. Say, hey, just FYI, I'm going to be on at 1 tonight. Like, you don't even have to ask me, as long as it's not during my show. That would be rude. That would be rude, but and I always like to know if you're going to be on like tonight too, because when you go to create a raid now, it doesn't always tell you your friends who are on. Yeah. It doesn't tell you who your friends are on anymore. They set somebody up for you. And so if I know you're going to be on, I'll try to raid you. Okay. I'm spent. Let's go clap some turtles. Good night, guys.